So it's story time. So I was sitting here thinking. Uh, so the story I'm going to be doing today is the night I almost lost my freedom. Well, one of the nights. So I've had multiple encounters with cops throughout my life. Man, some good, some bad. But this particular story really changed my life for the better, in my personal opinion. Some people don't think so. I do. So it started. Let me see. I was 20. Yeah, no, I was 19 years old. Right, 19, super young. Right. So out of school. This is before my son. This will actually no, actually this was around the time my son was born. So um, we're sitting there and minding my business and doing my stuff. So next thing you know, I'm like me and a couple buddies we went out. We had a house party. Had a little house party and everything. Things get a little rambunctious, for a minute. So we were like, hey, let's go to the club. Let's go to the strip club. So we decided to go to the strip club. Um, the Green Frog. That was the club that we went to that night. So it was me and two of my homeboys, two of the guys I grew up with. I call them my brothers, right? Then we had this guy that was with us, which was an old co-worker's ex-wife's brother that was with us. So we know we're out there, we're drinking, we're having a good time and everything, minding our business. So we're like, hey, getting buck, getting wild, dancing. Like I said, we went to the strip club. Now, me, at the time, I had no money. I had money, but it went toward bills. So I just went, paid my little way in and stuff like that, just to go hang out and have some fun with my brothers, with my bros, right? So we're sitting there. One of my friends, he's off minding his business. He's over talking to his girl. I guess he went to school with. Uh, so they're sitting there, they're chit chatting, and they're at the bar talking and everything. She was a stripper at the club. So we're like, okay, whatever. He's doing his thing. We're doing our thing. We're watching strippers dance, and everything like that. And they're just going on and on and on. So we're looking at time. Time that went by flew by super fucking fast, super fast. Like I was like, what? It's almost what 3 o'clock in the morning. Mind you, this was a fucking Sunday night. Was it Sunday? It was a Saturday, Sunday time frame. So we're like, hey, we want to go home. We got to work in the morning. All this other stuff. Well, actually, yeah, got to go to work. So we're like, we're just gonna go monitor. Let's get up out of here. So then, as we're leaving, we catch up with um, one of our buddies. I'm not gonna give no names. I'm gonna give them make made up names. So we've got there's me. We're gonna go with Joey for one, um, Zeke for the other, and I forgot the other dude's name that was with us. I really did. I truly forgot his name, but that's neither here nor there. So you got Joey that was driving, and then you've got Zeke who was talking to the girl. And they're just chit chat. So we're getting there like, hey, bro, Zeke, we better get up out of here. We gotta go. Tired. You gotta work in the morning. All that other stuff. Just gotta be there in a few hours. So we about to head out. So he's like, all right, let me say bye to my homegirl. So they're sitting there talking, chit chatting. He's saying his goodbyes and everything like that. This guy walks up. He walks up to us, and he's like, just looking. Didn't say nothing. None of that shit whatsoever. Nothing. Was just looking at him. And you get that feeling like something about to pop off. Well, that's what happened with me. I had a feeling that something was gonna pop off. Right? So then, next thing you know, this random ass dude swings on Zeke, connects with him. Bam! Just hit him square in his jaw. So we're like, everybody's shocked at first, like they're like, what the fuck? What the fuck? So we're like, no, that didn't just happen. So he swung again. Zeke ducked, right? Zeke ducked the second punch. It was crazy. It was like the Matrix. Then he just dodged that bitch. So Zeke ducked. Dude hit the girl, the stripper. He punched her. So next thing you know, she starts swinging on the dude. And everything and that, and then Zeke's fucking swinging. So they just tag team this dude. I'm sitting there, I'm trying to break everything up because I'm like, come on, man, we don't need this. We don't need the cops being involved. Let's just go. Now, in Florida, in Fort Walton, there used to be a, you know, there used to be a little security business called D Train, and most of the times these places, these little low establishments or whatever, they would call D Train like, "Hey, we need security for the night," and stuff like that. They send out a security guard or whatever they patrol. So we're sitting there, we're doing all our business, trying to break the fight up and everything like that. And the security guard tries to grab the dude, tries to break it up and everything like that. So we're trying to break it up. I'm grabbing Zeke. Joey's grabbing Zeke. The security guard is grabbing the random guy. So he's grabbing him. He's like, no, hey, cut that shit out. All this other stuff. Y'all need to take this outside. Take this outside. You know. And when I say that they're so low budget, bro, they had guns. They had a flashlight. It was like top flight security of the world from Friday After Next, Craig and Day Day. That's the type of that's the type of security it was. All right, that's how low budget it was, and it was funny because he's already trying to break him up, and the only reason, and I knew the security guy because at the time his baby mama lived across the hall from my mom in the apartment complexes where I used to live at. So that's how I knew him. So I'm like, hey, yo, get your party, and all this other stuff. So he grabs him. He gets him outside, and you know, gets him. We all get outside and everything. We're trying to leave. So dude kept rushing Zeke, coming at him. Hell no, this ain't over. This ain't over. You over here trying to fuck my girl, and blah 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 blah. And it was like Zeke was like, yo, I went to school with her. I ain't trying to do nothing with her like that. We just friends. So dude kept rushing. So Zeke trained in martial arts. He wasn't trying to fight. So you know what I mean. So dude rushed him. They started fighting, going at it, right? So Joey, trying to help break up the fight, jumped on Buddy's back, right? Tried to choke him out, put him to sleep, or at least get him off him so we can get to the truck and leave this and leave the green frog. That's what we were trying to. That's our goal. We were trying to leave. So, you know, Joey's trying to break that fight up. I'm trying to help break it up and everything like that. And we're sitting there. We're just going about our business, trying to break it up. So then we got the dude, the guy that was with us. His name is Zach. I'm gonna call him Zach. So we got Zach sitting here going about his business. So next thing you know, everybody, we're all fighting and everything like that because uh, Zeke backed off, finally got away from him, and then the dude, the random guy, rushed Joey. So they started fighting, right? So then those started fighting. So he already got done with one fight, got his ass whooped in. Then rushes Joey. Joey starts fighting him, pitting them dummies to him, and was just pitting in work. So then I'm trying to grab Joey. So I grab Joey, pull him back. Dude swings on me. So me, he clipped me. Don't get me wrong. So after he clipped me, I'm not much of a fighter. I try to avoid it at all costs. I'll fight if I have to. But the dude swung at me, and I just went ham. Caught the dude with like two. I caught him. Honestly, this is real shit. I caught him with two good uppercuts, and then he just sat down, and then I backed off, right? So Zach, the random guy's on his knees, like trying to get up, trying to catch his breath, because he's leaking. When I say he's leaking. He's blood coming from his nose because he had a broken nose from him getting hit in his mouth. He's spitting out blood and everything like that. So Zach's ass, what he does, he comes walking up. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, he's got his hand, he got one hand behind his back and he's like walking up real slow. So the dude, the random guy, has got, trying to catch his breath, spitting out blood. He's yelling at the security guard, man, you supposed to be my homeboy. You supposed to help me out. Why you let them jump me like that? And I was like, nah, bro, it wasn't, we ain't jump you. Everything happened one-on-one. You the one like a dummy swinging in everybody. So he's all mad, huffing and puffing, spitting out blood. So Zach walks up, and I was sitting here and I'm looking. Zach got a fucking pistol in his fucking hand. Zach was about to shoot this man while he's on his knees bleeding. Zach was about to go up and just pop his ass. One good time. So I'm like, yo, Zach, get your ass in the truck. Let's go. Let's go. So he comes up, he turns around, tucks his fucking pistol, and he's sitting there, he turns around and looks. The man had steel-toe cowboy boots on. So he goes up, dude's on his hands and knees, breathing, breathing all extra hard, spit. Zach goes up, boom, fucking like a punt, like he kicking it like a kickoff. He went, and he drew back, kicked that man square in his fucking mouth, square in his mouth, right? So then he's spitting out more blood. He knocked out some teeth from that kick, right? So then Zach runs to the get in there, fucking Joey cranks up the truck, we take off. We get out of here. So next thing you know, we hear the siren. We hear sirens coming because at the Green Frog management and called the cops. So then we leave. We leaving. We passing by, and we sitting there. We minding our business and everything. We driving. Now remind you, a lot of us were underage at the time. A lot of us was underage at the time. So we sitting there. We got our beers, and we're like, "Fuck, dude, we got open containers." So we're going over the bridge. We're just chunking the bitches over the bridge, the ones that were open containers, because we could sit here and say Zach had his beers and stuff like that because he was the only one old enough to have them. So we're like, okay, cool. So we're driving. Joey's driving. We get to the light. Joey forgets to hit the fucking turn signal, and he just turns, takes a right turn, no turn signal, nothing. So we're driving. Next thing you know, lights flash. We're like, motherfucker, we probably could have got away with no problems whatsoever if fucking Joey would have fucking hit the turn signal to turn. So the cops pull us over. We get out, and he's like, "Hey, why we pulled you over?" He's like, "No, no, officer, what's going on?" "Oh, well, you failure to use a turn signal on a right-hand turn." "Oh man, I thought we did hit it." Come to find out, Joey did hit it, but his blinker light was out. That he didn't know that. So whenever we got pulled over, Joey was like, "Hey, no, I'm sure he hit the switch for me. It's blinking and everything like that." And the cop was like, "Oh, well, it's out." He's like, "Well, you need to get that fixed." He's like, "Yeah, no problem, no problem. We'll get it fixed." So then the cop was like, "Hey, where'd you guys come from?" And we're like, "Huh?" They weird that Scooby Doo, and we're like, we're sitting there, we're like, we just, and then Zach was like, "Oh, we just left the club." Bruh, why? Why would you say? Why would you say that? Why would you just be like, "Hey, oh no, we just, coming from Destin or something"? But no, this man said we came from the strip club. He damn near he told on us. That's what happened. The man told on us. So then the cops were like, "Oh well, we just got a phone call about a fight happening. Were you guys involved with it?" We're like, no, no, no. So then they got a description of the vehicle. Management did. So they called it in. He's like, "Well, wait, we're gonna, you guys step out the vehicle, we'll ask you a couple of questions and everything like that." We're young, so we're not, not really. We're like, let's just play it cool. Let's keep the story the same. Which honestly, our story, we didn't talk about anything because they had us separated. Uh, they had each one of us in handcuffs. So So we're like, we're sitting there, we're all there, like, fuck, man, fuck, this is not what we needed. We we don't need none of this shit. So then, they're sitting there talking to us. They talk to us one on one, asking, and we all they told the same story. That the dude jumped on Zeke, and we was trying to break it up, and then he started attacking us and everything like that. So remind you, Zeke studied martial arts. I studied martial arts, but I didn't get to the point where Zeke did. Joey was military at the time. So whenever anything happens like that, cops involved, it's like it's just a lot of trouble. Zeke was a black belt. So from my understanding, when you get to the black belt point, you are registered as a weapon, because that, like I said, this, don't quote me if I'm wrong, but this is just something that I've heard. I don't know how true it is, but so we're sitting there, we're like, okay, cool. So the guy that actually was trying to jump, like, fight us and everything, he was actually in the Marines. So they were like, hey, well, this is what happened. This is what we were told. Um, do you guys want to press charges? And it was like, what do you mean? We was like, we just want to go home. We ain't got time to press charges and everything like that. We just want to go home because we got to work in the morning. Cop was like, good. He's like, because if you guys were to press charges, the other guy would have pressed charges against you, and the fact that you guys were fighting, uh, all of you guys would have went to jail tonight. You would have had a record and everything. So when they got to Zach, when they started talking to Zach, and they were searching through through the vehicle, they saw the pistol. So they were like, "Hey, what the hell? Whose pistol is this?" So Zach's like, "Oh, it's mine." He's like, "I'm not from the area," because which he wasn't. He wasn't from the area. He was like, "I'm here visiting family, and I just don't feel comfortable being out of state without my pistol." So they didn't ask him if it was registered him or anything. Come to find out after we left, that was his burner. That's why he went to go do what he was gonna fucking do. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And I'm just like, bro, this man, if he would have did what he did, if he would have shot this man, we all would have went to jail to an accessory of murder. That was when I decided, you know what? I'm really gonna choose who the fuck I hang out with and everything like that. Because just that quick, over a small fight, over a misunderstanding, somebody almost lost their life. And that would have been very hard to explain to my son's mom for something I didn't have nothing to do with. That, hey, I just lost my fucking freedom because I was with somebody who shot somebody. But that's just it's crazy how things go in life. And for me, that was one of the craziest moments of my life, that I was like, shit, bro, I almost lost my fucking freedom over some shit that I really wasn't trying to do. I wasn't trying to fight nobody. I sure as hell wasn't trying to shoot nobody. But this man seriously was about to shoot somebody, and if I didn't call out to him to get his attention, he would have shot somebody and then jumped in the vehicle with us. And that would have been the end of it. Like, you know what I mean? I most likely most likely would have got a fucking life sentence, unless we were like, hey, we had no, like, unless we was gonna tell the truth regardless. But if we were like, yo, hey, we ain't had shit to do with that, bro. Like, that ain't on us. That's the But I feel like we had someone watching over us that night. We had someone watching over us that night, because I just happened to turn around and I was like, yo, Zach, let's go. Let's get the fuck out of here before the cops come. And sure enough, he tucked that pistol back in his waistband and kicked Buddy in the mouth, and that was a wrap. But yeah, that's one of the stories where I almost lost my freedom, and I'm just like, well then. So, if you like this story, I have plenty of more. I have a lot of stories that I would gladly tell you guys. But if you like the story, like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will have more content for you guys in the future for sure, telling these stories. And I'm gonna do polls and everything like that about what story should I do. I got two more stories that I'm interested in doing. Pretty funny ones actually. But yeah, that's it. All right, fellas, ladies, bye.